Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Drain Maestro here. Today's a bit of a different video. I'm not doing a drain video. Well, it's not meant to be a drain video. It could be, but we'll see what goes on. Today we're having a look at another Sheffield brook. Today's brook is the Shire Brook. We're looking at the Shire Brook Valley, more or less. It's got quite a lot of history to it, so I thought I might as well make a quick video on things around here, show you around, and we're all going to talk about the Shire Brook itself and what impact it's had on this nature reserve. Start off with, I'm going to show you where it emerges in the Shire Brook Valley. So here's our brook, the Shire Brook. It's looking a bit blue today. It's never been really an ecologically good brook. More on that later. Some very interesting things about that. So you might be able to hear a rush of water, and I'll show you that in a minute. We're going to take a look in this culvert really quickly, and then after we've done that, I'll explain to you a little bit about the brook. It's always a little bit of a pain to get in this bit. It's a little bit steep and a little bit deep, so watch our step and get in. Oh. I have got waders today, by the way, so don't worry. There's another little stream joining. So the stream here has obviously been modified into being going down this concrete or stone sort of channel for whatever reason. It's a solid floor, so there's our culvert. Not very long, but we'll take a look up. There you go, you can see it. Wow. Now that is very heavily blocked. Look how blocked it is. This has got a lot worse since last time I came here. On my old channel, I explored this culvert and it were only about there. Now it's all the way to the top. Wow. There's a little side tunnel. Oh, let's get out of here. Stirred up quite a lot of muck there. Wow. So a little bit about the brook. It's supposedly it was the boundary between Yorkshire and Derbyshire. Now it was correct. Here we found this on a footpath bridge. It says the Shire Brook, the old Shire's boundary. Now the name Shire Brook, we believe the word Shire is basically just a word for boundary point, so it is actually correct. And here it reads, one side, County of Yorkshire, Ancient Kingdom of Northumbria. That says Province of York. And one side of the brook, you're in the County of Derbyshire, Ancient Kingdom of Mercia, Province of Canterbury. It rises somewhere in Gleedless Townsend and flows for about 4 miles, mostly east, towards the River Rother, where it joins around Woodhouse Mill. It's known for being such a dirty brook. Sometimes, towards the end mostly, it's bright orange, and I'll show you more on that later. But let's carry on. Only thing about Shire Brook Valley, it's very confusing. There's just paths going off everywhere, and you barely even see the brook if you take the wrong path. So we're having to try and keep to the path and follow the brook instead of veering off somewhere else. So here we are, we're back with the Shire Brook. There we go. Quite old walls there, pillars. And it goes down that way. So as I was saying earlier, not very well ecologically for the environment, or wasn't. I say that because around 5-10 years ago, Yorkshire Water actually got a fine for this brook because a leaky sewer, or I believe a CSO that overflowed very easily, had actually basically completely polluted this brook. And I believe I remember it. I used to come down here, first time I came here actually, and it was this very strange aroma, very sewery. Now as I say this, obviously you just read that bit where it says 2006, and I was born in December 2006, not March, and I say I remember it. I do remember it. It still gets polluted to this day, very bad, and I will show you more on that as the video progresses, because it still is here today, and you'll see it. It's pretty disgusting, to be honest with you, and it needs to get sorted. When we're walking back, Grandad, do you remember that? When we came down here, and this brook was basically like a sewer, it would just smell horrible. Yeah. 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 And yeah, so Yorkshire Water got fined, I believe, about 5,000 quid for it, because it were probably more than that. I'll put the number. But yeah, this was just a stagnant, horrible stream full of basically. See more of it here. There it is, with this blue tint in it. Don't look very nice. Don't let your kids paddle in this. It's not a good, again, not ecologically good. And look at all the rags and everything when it gets high. So there's obviously some sort of sewer connection to it. These random pools, very deep. Oh, one's fell in. I know, there's lots. Are they cattails as well? Yeah. Yeah. I'm not arguing. And there's been a pigeon fight. Hopefully we won't. I hope we won't see the pigeon. I hope we don't.
I think pigeons being consumed.
Yeah. By whatever. Probably some mutated animal come out from the brook and ate it. We can see it again here. That looks, oh. Yeah, that stinks. That's got a sulphur look to it. I've done an experiment and it goes sulphur, it's not sulphur, but whatever chemical it is, reacts with the water, it turns that colour. And that's probably going to somehow feed into the brook, I don't know. That is disgusting. It's ecological fail, literally. Ecological fail. Not too bad here. Oh, what's that? Got something? Thought there might be a little explore then. We'll follow it down a little bit. Try not to miss Carforge Mill. Oh shit. Look at that. Yeah? Look at the colour of that. I don't know how deep it gets here. Look at that, eh? Look at that, man. That is not good. That's diesel and oil that's settled. More rags. So if you remember me saying a while ago, the brook turns orange eventually. Here's an example of some of this ingress. I don't know where this comes from, but it leaves a horrible colour. And further downstream it gets a lot more intense, which see what it's like, because towards the end of the brook, well, not near the end of the brook, but towards where it goes underground, it does go underground in Shire Brook Valley. It gets it gets quite disgusting. But yeah, very confusing really, where this is coming from. It's quite a heavy flow. Anyway, don't know. Doing a bit of research on old maps. Here you can see Burley Collieries, Burley Colliery, another colliery and Moorhole Collieries. So yes, there were quite a few. You'll also notice Carforge and Rainbow Forge. More on that later. But there you go. It was very evident from the colour of the brook towards the end, which you'll see, it gets very bad, that there were a lot of mines in the area, and it's left a lot of iron ore ingress. I've circled in black where the Shire Brook is, just so you can see. This is where it's flowing through the Shire Brook Valley. I thought I'd do a little bit of research on some of these collieries. We're going to start off with the Burley Collieries. This is the Burley West Colliery. It's a plan of what it looked like, and as you can see, it was very popular with trains and whatnot, taking in and out things, importing and exporting. This picture here is of Managing Director Alfred John Gainsford taking delivery of shunting engine. This is in 1903. Something else that I found quite interesting is the amount of accidents here. There is a whole Wikipedia, or part of a whole Wikipedia page, that show almost every accident. So I'm going to read a few to you while I show you these pictures of the Burley Colliery. Let's start with this one. In May 1871, Joseph Packenthman, 38 years of age, died following an accident 6 weeks previously at Burley Vale Colliery. We don't know what happened, but there you go. A person has obviously died. On 19th of October 1872, there was a fatal accident. On Saturday morning about 10 o'clock, a number of men were engaged removing a pump in the workings of the above colliery. The pump is worked by endless chain communicating with an engine at the top, and owing to some mistake in the signal given to the engineman, the machinery was set in motion, and a young man named Willis Marples, residing at Gleadless, was caught on the chain and drawn through a narrow opening and straight away killed. It's pretty gruesome. If you want to take a little read, just look up Burley Colliery on Wikipedia, and there is an unbelievable amount that you can take a look at. This just shows the Victorian health and safety. There was none. There was none. Anyway, without further ado, let's get back to the Shire Brook Valley. And with the rags, you can sort of see there, I'm guessing again, sewers connected. It's quite a bit deep here. I believe it just gets deeper and deeper as we go, so yeah, as I'm stood here like this with my waders on. And again, the blue colour follows us. The blue. The fresh colour. Also got a bit of a confluence. Look at that. Now I didn't know this, but the water coming on the left is water that is coming from the old Burley Spa and Bathhouse. Now the Burley Spa and Bathhouse is very old, built in 1842 for Charles Herbert Pierrepont, 2nd Earl Manvers, and the Lord of the Manor of Bayton. It's one of the oldest bathhouses and natural spring baths in the UK, I believe, and I believe you can actually still go in there, but only with permission. So, we're up out here. Carforge Dam should be somewhere around here. I need to find it. I hope I haven't gone past it. So that's actually the problem with this nature reserve, is there's paths everywhere. You can get lost. You can actually get lost here. You take the wrong path. Now sadly we did actually miss it. We didn't manage to find it when we walked around. However, here's a picture of it here, and it says on the rock there, Carforge Dam, which I find awesome. And I've seen it before, but again, we didn't manage to find it this time. So the Carforge Dam would have fed the Carforge, but there's none of the Carforge left, sadly. However, there's left of something further down, which I can show you that. But for now, you'll have to still see this picture. And maybe one day I will go back and get a better video. That's what we basically did. Remember, the first time we came here, we basically got lost. Yeah. Because it was just, there's paths everywhere. Look, that is going to nowhere. Don't go up that path, it won't take you anywhere. Try and stay close to the brook. Look at this. We found can't really see, but it's just, I'm guessing it just stops there. Oh, I can't see, my head's too big. I'd stick my head under it, but I don't think I can. And we're back to the old maps. So there you go. You can also, I've circled in black, that's where the Carforge is, and I've highlighted in yellow the mill race. So judging by this old stone culvert, which obviously has been filled in now, it could have took this mill race through and under things. Obviously not in use now, as I said, it's filled in. But it takes it down to something called the Rainbow Forge, which we're about to get to, and you can see quite a few remnants of that. So I'll show you that in a bit. But there you go. Circle in black the Carforge with its Carforge Dam, which you can't really see, it's clipped off in the picture. And yeah, there you go. Is that a flip-flop? Someone's slider. I mean, how do you leave a slider here?
Well, you slip, it flies off and floats off the river.
Yeah. That's how high it gets. That's quite terrifying. Look at that. It gets very high. You can actually see the speed of the brook, how fast it gets, washing it all away. Still full of litter. So I'll have to clean some of this up. So again, we've lost the brook. It's somewhere down there. If I take a look how far it goes. So for a lot of the brook, really, you don't actually see it. For whatever reason. See what's going on over here. An island. What's that made out of? Made out of a big crate sort of thing. That's pretty odd. I'd get close to it, but that looks silted up to hell. Let's try and get it. Oh! It just seems to be getting worse and worse as we go. Look at that, there's crap in there. See if we can get close to that. Full of crap. It's even, if anything, it's dangerous to walk near it. There you go. I don't know what they are. Can't move them. I'll get them out. Oh. They're wedged in place. So whatever they are, stuck. I can't move them. Now I did actually give moving them a second shot. I put the camera down, attempted to move them out of the way, and I did manage to move them out of the way. This was on the walk back, by the way. This was one just after this. I did come back to that bit, and I did remove those. They were actually bin lids, those really big metal bin lids. But yeah, there you go, doing a little bit of help. Now what I'm about to show you is actually part of the Rainbow Forge, not part of the car forge. As I said a while ago, there's nothing of the car forge actually left. So take a look at this. This is actually very interesting. Still left. That is monstrous. That is absolutely massive. And up there, there's a bit more of it. This is called Rainbow Dam. It's not here anymore, I don't think. But here we are. Very big pillars. So this would have been a dam at one point. Rainbow Dam. Stone. A bit more over here, look at that. See a dam wall over there. I can see what's left of the dam. There it is. That's it. That pit full of silt. It's horrible walking in that brook. Oh, I've been following it down for as much as I can, walking in it. It's horrible. But there you go. Stone dams for the win. Coming through those two pillars we walk between all the water, down to the big, where the millstone is. And there would have been probably a wheel here that ran through there. Now in a desolate, horrible area. It's another pipe, which obviously isn't connected anymore. And again, stagnant. But what's that? That's probably meant to be there, but obviously not working. That's cool. That tree. Sort of
part of the embankment.
Part of the embankment.
Yeah.
And that's been Beaver Dam. Oh wow. It looks blocked though. Blocked. We need post 10. Post 10 if you're watching. Look at the crap in it. So that's blocked.
Gas cylinder.
Gas cylinder. More rubbish.
See, that's a lot of money.
So here we are again. Crap in it. I'm getting to show you, but I don't know what the silt's like. It looks quite deep. Fully blocked. And it still just about goes. No, I don't, it's brock. Look at that. That's quite interesting. Something else random on the floor. And stagnant water. And here. It is seriously just like a dump of your crap. So I droned on a bit there about the crap in the water, which is a bit disgusting, but here is the Rainbow Forge that I was talking about. There's the Rainbow Forge. And this map being 1882 to 1914, the Rainbow Forge was already derelict. Already. So it's a very, very old forge. You can also see the Rainbow House, a Rainbow Cottage, which was next to the Shire Brook, and the Mill Pond, which is known as the Rainbow Dam. Between the two pillars, you can see it says sluice. So there would have been a sluice gate to let water in and out the forge. Obviously not there anymore. The dam's been long drained, and there's only that little bit of stagnant mud in the middle. Now I can't actually find any information on the Rainbow Forge. If anyone has any, please let me know. It'd be nice to know when it opened or when it closed, but there doesn't really seem to be any information on it. However, literally just next to it is the Burley East Colliery and Pit, which opened in, I believe, 1887 and closed in year unknown. I can't find anything on that. This picture here was taken around August of 1961, probably taken for survey purposes before demolition of the East Colliery. It's there, that's all that was left. Now something happened at this pit. On the 23rd of February 1924, there was an explosion. 4 dead and 4 injured. It reads here, an explosion of fire damp initiated by the firing of a charge of 8 ounces of samsonite. So it was obviously a permitted explosion to get something out of the pit, and it completely it was out of control. 4 people killed, 4 people injured. Anyway, without further ado, let's get back to our brook, because I've got something very interesting to show you. Now, I thought I'd save you all best for last. We're about to get to a culvert. Quite a long culvert. It is 1 kilometre long, and 3/4 of that is 4 foot high. So we're not going to do the entire thing, and I wasn't even sure if I'd be able to get in, because last time I went, there's a grill over it. There's actually 2 grills over the front, and the last time I went to check, it was fully blocked up. So it was really a gamble to see whether it would be able to get in, or whether we weren't be able to get in and just have a peek at the infall. Luckily, we did manage to get in. So take a look at this footage, because it's awesome. You're gonna like this. And as I said a while ago, this is also where the brook turns orange. It turns bright orange, especially when you disturb it. It's thick orange. It's pretty disgusting. Water ingress is terrible around this area. Very bad. That's got some funny colours. So we're going to have a look down there, see what it's like. If we can get in, we'll get in. If we can't, we can't. We'll have a look. There you go. You see, very orange. Now, I'll show you more. And again, this is due to the amount of water ingress around the area. There's your culvert. Take a walk down the side here. Summit there. Not much interesting. And that's what I'm talking about. How much water ingress there is. So much water coming in. Look at all that. That's awesome, isn't it? That's solid as well. Very solid. Anyway, as I was saying, the Shire Brook disappears down here into a culvert. Right, and we're in. So this culvert, in some places, is known as bum hole, and you'll see why. We're going to follow down, see what it's like. A bit tricky to get in, but there you go, we're in. So let's take a look, shall we? I can stand up fully here, as you can see. So yeah, pretty easy going walk. So as I was saying, this is a 1 kilometre culvert, and 3/4 of that is 4 foot high. I don't know why it does this. We're actually very low underground here. So it starts off around 7 foot. We meet up with a chamber, which I find pretty interesting, and then it goes to 4 foot high for the last around 700 metres. I don't know why it does this, especially how low underground we are. I think it's just Yorkshire people, we're tight. Anyway, you can see there, it's like a chocolate river. When you disturb the water, it's like a chocolate river. It's pretty awesome, to be honest with you, I can't lie. So this is where it got its name, Bumhole. This chamber we're about to go into. It's just a big chamber covered in this horrible stuff. I don't know what it is, but it's that iron ochre. So the brook goes down some quite low tunnel. We're not going to go in that. So the speed of this. Take up here. Look at that. We're very low underground. There's a tree stuck. Now I've actually managed to locate that manhole. I've actually highlighted it there in purple. I've circled in black where we went underground. If you know where it goes underground, or you know where this manhole is, please don't go in here. Just for your own safety. It's not a nice place. It's very dirty, very dark, and that water, I don't know what's in it. I honestly have no idea what's in it. So when I got home, I cleaned myself, wiped everything down. If you do get that iron ochre stuff on you, it stains, and it stays for a long time. So please do yourself a favour, don't go in this place, even if you know where it is. Oh. But there it is, catching on. Now you can see it's done it before, catching all this ochre stuff, because it's bent the whole thing, which is pretty interesting. But we're not going down there, that's quite low. Want to take a look up this though? Oh, bit slippy. This is stooping a little bit. Oops. Smells quite strange in here, like perfume. 2-level chamber. Take a look up here. Slippy. So just up there, you can just about see the info. Gonna turn back now. It's getting too low. There you go. So we're back to Google Maps, and there you go. That shows that little blue line under the highlighter. You can see is the tributary that joins. There's a rough estimate of the path it flows down through that culvert and joins the Shire Brook, which is also highlighted with the yellow highlighter. So here we are with another little bit on Google Maps. The green line is the Shire Brook flowing through the culverts. There's also another one just there where it joins the River Rother at the far right of the picture, but we'll have a little bit more on that in a bit. The blue line is the tributary joining, and you can see that's a rough estimate. Even on Google Maps, I think on the old maps it's not exactly accurate, only because the course has been tampered with a lot through that culvert. But there you go, it's quite a long culvert, just over 1 kilometre long. This shows where it comes out. Just at the other side of Bayton Road it comes out through this. So this here is where it comes out, another grill. So even if you were able to get to the side, you just have to turn back anyway. I'm going to have to give credit to a friend of mine on 28 Days Later for these next photos of where it comes out and a little bit of the final bits in the culvert. He's done it in and out, so great, honestly. Great thanks to him for giving me permission to use these pictures. You can also see it switches to concrete pipe, so whether or not the culvert has been extended over time, I don't exactly know, but looking at these pictures, it's just stoopy, it's painful, it's messy, it's always orange ochre, and there you go, that's where it switches back to corrugated pipe. So who knows, it must have been extended at some time. Back up we go. So there you go. Shire Brook disappears underground for about 3/4 of a mile. and 3/4 of that is 4 foot high. Not good, not fun. This weren't here last time I came here, it was just a ditch, and all this were just muddy, trying to get to that. There you go. So, Shire Brook. Good brook, not good brook, not a good brook. Culvert wise, it's a good brook, but ecologically, it's not good, it's not sanitary, and it's seriously one of the most disgusting brooks I think I've ever seen. I need to go wash my hands now. I need to go home and wash my hands because I am filthy, covered in this ochre stuff all over me. Look at that, on my back. Gosh. So we're back to Google Maps. This shows the final culvert on it, and the final probably about kilometre of the brook goes under Bayton Marsh and a railway line. I'm guessing it used to just go under the railway line, but decided to just completely culvert it over, and there it joins the River Rother. This is same thing but on Google Earth, and you can see that's where it joins the River Rother in a very, very nice landscape. I love those arches, them arches in the background. Now, me being me, I've not recorded any sort of outro, so I'll film it now. Thank you all so much for watching this video. If you watched the whole way through, thank you. This has been one of my favourite videos to record. I've always been fascinated in the Shire Brook Valley and the Shire Brook, and I've always been fascinated on the history of it. So to really dive into the history, it's been so interesting to edit it up. So thank you all, again, thank you all so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed. If you want to see more content like this, subscribe, comment whatever you want, comment if anything you want me to do better next time, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.